What's going on, angels? That's right. I'm trying a little bit different here again. I'm still trying to figure out how to find good programs to record the face cam and the gameplay separately. So I'm trying this out. So hopefully you guys don't mind. It probably won't affect it. If it's nothing good, if I can't figure it out, then it probably won't be face cam, or there will be face cam because I figured it out. But hopefully everything goes well. So anyway, hope you guys are having a great Sunday. This is Sunday's video, obviously. This is a game called Rainswept. So what I read on the Game Jolt page is basically that you're trying to solve a murder of two couples, but while you're trying to solve the murder, you go through past memories, and I guess it just pushes your sanity to the edge. Sounds really interesting. I wanted to try it out. So right, let's quickly check the options of this game, see if there's any options. Alright, so this looks like sound effects and stuff. Okay, so and then the controls. Right, so I'm just gonna be there looks like there's no mouse plug-in, or you don't need a mouse, so we're just not gonna use it then. So new game. Alright, so let's see how this game plays out. Monday, 12:14 a.m. October 7th, 1996. Is that me? Or is that like, this is the couple's home? Holy crap. Wow. Frostwood Interactive. That's the developers of the game. Music. Mika Mick? Oh no. This is a cool intro. Smoking them cigars. Not really saying much because, you know, it's just like a cutscene. I'm expecting someone to talk or something. Oh, here we go. Rainswept. Monday, 7:35 a.m. And then October 7th, 1986. Well, there's an actual police car thing sounding outside. E or A on the controller. Oh, okay, so. Alright, I'm here. Time to see what this is all about. Alright, so moving into the arrow keys. Look, talk, use, inventory, interactive. Alright, A, what's it called? A or D to run. Oh, A, D. Oh, so this is also movement. Okay. So I can use the arrow keys or thing. Okay. Shift to run. Okay. Oh, okay. Now I see keyboard. Okay. So saying E is to interact, A, D to movement. The arrow keys are for looking and all the options, and the space is to skip previous heard dialogue. So basically, if you don't want to hear it. All right. So A, D, E, space, and then selection. Cool. So yeah. Investigate. Okay, that's my car. Okay, I got it here. I'm not going back now. Okay, cool. Yes. I'll say you should shift. Why would I do that? All right, and they've been here for a while. Looks like. Okay. Terrible. What? I said terrible. Terrible business, all this. Ah, this was only a matter of time. Everybody knows that. I know, still, they were so young. Young and stupid, you mean? The stories I've heard. I guess you're right. It was just a matter of time. What? It was a matter of time. It was really coming down today. We should get back home. A few more minutes. I want to see what happens. Nothing's gonna happen. I'm gonna catch a cold, that's all. Cool. Can we... Okay, I was like, can we talk to them? The crowd is too close to the crime scene. The number of cops are few. This is poor. Okay, so we should maybe interact with the that's the way inside. I wonder if why Chief sent me all this way in Pineview for this case. Only one way to find out to go inside. That's the way in. I should take a look around before heading in. Okay, cool. Let's talk to you. Now, what's he up to? Okay, so, ma'am, please, if you need to back away a little. What happened here? A murder, Johnny? Get under the umbrella. Oh, Jesus Christ. Granny, I want to leave. Can I go back to the shop? Could see this coming a mile away. Ma'am, please. Granny, please. Alright, Jenny, let's go. There's no point in standing around here. I knew this would happen. We should have done something. There's something we could have done. Chris is responsible, I'm so sure. It's hard to disagree, but let's not speculate. Okay, so who's Chris? Detective Anderson. Oh, really? Detective Anderson, really? Such a generic thing. The chief is inside. They've been waiting for you. You need to control the crowd, officer. You need to push the crowd further from the scene, officer. What? You'll have to speak up. I can't hear you over the rain. The crowd. Handle them. There could be evidence out there. Oh, yes, I'm trying. Hey, Williams, what the hell are you doing? Trying to prop up the tape, sir. It won't stay. Get some sticks and drive them back. Drive them in. Yes, sir, Richard. Don't call me Richard. Richard's on leave. Do it yourself. Goodness. Sorry, detective. The thing is, we're short on manpower here. We weren't prepared for this kind of thing. First time in decades. And top of this, rain. Out of nowhere. Just get the crowd under control. I'm heading inside. Just don't worry. Richard! I mean Williams! Oh, right. Can't move the WSD. Alright, so now we go here and should I go in? Look around some more. I think I'll have a look around up here. Okay, I just want to see something. Is that really nothing else from there? Okay, so it looks like maybe that's it. The car. Can I check the car? No, not my car. Their car. No? Okay. Guess we're gonna go inside, guys. Alright, so... Boop. Should I go in? Go in. Yes. No point in hanging around here. Damn! Oh, God. The fuck happened? Did he, like, kill her and then killed himself? That sheriff. I should just talk to him first. The fuck happened? Okay. Yeah. I want to look. Not very professional. I hope they know what they're doing. I mean, Michael? Huh? What? What the heck happened? Tiff, are you okay? Yeah, I think so. Guess it's a little weird to drive, a little tired after driving a long way here. Okay. Detective Anderson, right? The head of, oh my god, I can't read today. The head of office called in to say that you would be joining us here for this investigation. I'm Sheriff Harris, and this is Lieutenant Walt. What? Lieutenant Walt? What? We appreciate the department sending help, but I don't think we'll need it. This case is ready to be wrapped up. What do we have here? The victim is Christopher Green, age 26, died from the bullet of the head, looks self-inflicted. And Diane Miller, age 24, single bullet wound through the abdomen. The victim lived together. Were unmarried. So they were just boyfriend and girl. Any signs of intruders? No signs of forced entry. The door was locked from the inside when we arrived. The officer climbed through the window to open the door. There are no footprints outside that window. Except the officer's. He was careful. No signs of struggle or marks on the body either. Cool. Okay. Time of death? According to the next door neighbor, a single gunshot was heard around 0:15 hours. I received a call about how do you say that? Like 0:20? Oh, 00:20? At 00:20. I'm gonna say O for now. 0:20 hours, and we're here in another 5 minutes. We found them dead upon arrival, and confirmed the timing. Okay. The weapon? What do we know about the weapon? Both gunshots were fired from an M1911A1 .45 caliber pistol. The ballistic reports will let us know more. Okay. Any witnesses? Just next to a neighbor who claimed to have heard a single shot. We can interview him shortly. Okay. There's some more questions. Honestly speaking, detective, we think it's pretty obvious what's taking place here. What do you mean? They had a reputation. They weren't exactly a happy couple. The whole town knew this. Dan was shot at point blank range with Chris's gun, probably by Chris. And then he went ahead and shot himself, as the wound clearly self-inflicted. So you see, sending you here unnecessarily complicates things. Question their abilities. I'm beginning to think it was a very good idea, in fact. It's an obvious case of murder-suicide, detective. See, I feel like something's bigger is going on here than what they're allowing to be said, if that makes sense. So everything's figured out already. So everything's figured out already, right? Right? Isn't it? I can't read today. What the fuck? So we got it all figured out today, huh? If that was sarcasm, I'll ignore it. But yes, more or less. I'm suggesting there was domestic violence involved. It would seem it would never reported, but that doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It looks like the chief is very suspicious. So rumors. You may call it that, but where's the smoke? There's fire. I'm not sure of that. Oh my god, I can't read! Oh, fucking Christ! Oh man! Oh my god! And they were... Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm sorry because you're seeing me fail so bad. I'm going to be slower than usual, like a robot, but I have to. And they were... Oh my god. They were never really able to fit in this town. They were new here. Moved in about 6 months ago. Never got out much. Didn't make any friends. We don't really need analysts. You don't need to analyze the obvious, detective. They will only be inefficient. Officer Blunt will assist you through the course of your work here. Hello, detective. Oh, so the Officer Blunt, of course, is like a female. I mean, that just sounds generic. I don't know. And one more thing. We're looking to wrap this case up quickly and cleanly. We don't want to drag it if it can't be helped. More importantly, festivals coming around this week time. So you might say this rather bad timing. So there's no need to go around complicating things, alright? Just get me a story that works and we can close this case quickly. Sarcastic reply. Let's do that. You sure can't wait to wrap this case up. Alright then. I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Okay then. Anyway. Have a look around the room if you'd like. Come talk to me when you're done. Okay. So let's talk to you first. Hey detective. Need any help? What's the plan? Have a look around the room. Once you're done, talk to Lieutenant. Okay. Can I say that? What's this? What? Oh. It says signed Chris 96. I guess Chris built some furniture around this house. Oh, yeah. Look at the body. That's what I'm trying to do. Gunshot to the stomach. The damage and the residual suggests it was shot from back range. This rules out the possibility of her being shot from an open window. She should have been in line of sight from the outside, though. There's no mistaking it. The predator would have been inside the house to cause this kind of wound. Whether it was Chris or someone else is hard to say at the moment. Okay, can I check this door? No, okay, can't do that. Personals, okay. Oh, right here. Okay, the gun. So it was the M1911A1 .45 caliber pistol, as the lieutenant said. It looked pretty old. It can hold 7 rounds, and there are 4 rounds still in here. That means 3 rounds were fired from this gun at some point. If only 2 were fired last night, where's the 3rd? Was it used on some other day? The gun belonged to Chris, according to Lieutenant. I assume Chris or Diane weren't the ones to use it. If there's anyone else that could have known where they kept the gun. From Prime, I really doubt it. Remember, no signs of 4th entry. It could be someone they were comfortable with or trusted. No one I can think of. No, one thing right there, that. AC and this box from runs. There are 13 here, which means 7 are missing. 2 were used last night. 4 were left to guns, were received earlier. If 2 were used last night, they're still unaccounted for 1. Yeah, that's true. One of the freaking bullets are unaccounted for, so that's interesting. What's used on was that used on some other day? Okay, what's this? Red wine. It looks like the bottle was opened yesterday. No one drank from this glass. It seems Chris was sitting by himself at the table drinking wine, waiting for someone to join him. Probably Diane. Whether he was waiting for her or someone, we don't know yet. The glass of wine was knocked over. It looks like wine, but it seems to be blood in here as well. The blood splatter in this direction, it doesn't make sense. Officer Blunt, I think there was more than 2 gunshots that we're seeing here. That's true. Because each of those had, like, in that direction, so it had gone away from this way. And then that one's point blank. So someone probably got shot in the arm and then left. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I missed. Fine. And her, that. I think that's it. Alright, shall we proceed? Yes, we should get out of here. Yes, I'm done. Alright, we'll have a chat with Mr. Willis outside. I finally let up. Okay. I just want to make sure that there's nothing else I'm missing. What the heck? What is this? Alright, this is Mr. Willis. He lives next door. Off coffee, detective? No thanks. You ask him any questions you may have about last night. Right, Mr. Willis, can you tell me everything you saw or heard last night? Well, see, I headed off from bed around 11 p.m. as I usually do after a glass of whiskey. Helps me sleep, you know? Anyway, somewhere around 12:15 a.m., I'd say, I was woken up by a loud bang. I ran to the bedroom window and looked straight at their place. And what did you see? Nothing. Their kitchen light were on, and that was about it. I went to me phone. What? I went to me phone? You meant I went to my phone? Typo there. And called Lieutenant Waltz straight away. Okay. So, how long did it take you to get to the window to hear the shot? I'm scratching my ear, guys. I'm sorry. Well, behind my ear. Ugh. Yeah. About a couple seconds. No more than 5, I'd say. I nearly fell out of my bed when I heard the shots, so you might say I was halfway there already. Did you see anyone on the streets? I'm sure you see anything unusual. Everything was exactly the same as always. You said you only heard the single gunshot? Yes, the whiskey usually knocks me out pretty good. If there had been more, I didn't hear them. Okay, so do you live alone, Mr. Willis? Yes, I do. Near got married. It's a long story. One meant to be talk over a couple whiskey, you know what I mean? And confirm your whereabouts? No. No. I was just home, you see. Am I a suspect? It's a procedure, Mr. Will. I know Mr. Willis. He's cool. I react to the unprofessionalism on display. Yeah, let's do that. Well, we'll have to have a talk later, Lieutenant. Talk about what? Just later, okay? Okay, Sherlock, whatever you say, Holmes. Yeah, he seems... I don't think anybody in this, like area in Pines View, whoever, looks over the police people, I don't think they're professionals at all. I think they're just, there for protection. Snicker. Did that. Okay. Did they have many visitors? Did Chris and Ian have any visitors, friends, etc.? No, not at all, in fact. All this time, I only maybe saw Jack come over to fix their car, and Phyllis had come a couple times when they newly moved in, a year back almost. Now, People rarely visit them, because they mostly kept to themselves. Never made any friends here. But some folks don't like those kinds either. I really can't say. Know what I mean? No, please elaborate. You won't find anyone crying over deaths here. Nobody really knew them. They never got out much. Any other information you'd like to share with us, Mr. Rose? And I don't know this usual, but I might have heard Chris and Diane, they looked pretty happy when they first moved in. Most recently, though, I heard Diane crying a couple of times, usually late at night. She was screaming out. Maybe that's why I never heard it at all, but a couple of times I was up a little later. One night, about a month ago, I heard pretty bad things. They were seeming loud sounds, like things being flung in rounds and such. See? I heard someone crying. I was thinking to myself, maybe I should call the police, but then it quieted down all of a sudden. We never received any call of domestic violence, but people often talked of stories of this kind. Can you remember when you heard of this, Mr. Willis? I was up writing an important letter. I think it must have been somewhere around the 1st to 3rd last month. 1st, 3rd, September. Okay. Anything else? Nope. That's all I know. Thanks for helping, Mr. Willis. We'll be in touch if you need anything else. No problem. And thanks for the coffee. Okay. So, Detective, you said you wanted to talk to me, and it's not a good time to spend. Please don't tell the witnesses they are not under suspicion, especially not in front of them. So basically telling me that I don't know how to do my job, is that it? So all I'm saying is, this case isn't all wrapped up as you like to believe. How can you not see what's right in front of us? It's so obvious. Mr. Willis didn't see anything outside the house after the gunshot. There are no signs of forced entry either. On top of that, considering how rough things are between them, I heard Mr. Willis. You heard what Mr. Willis said, right? Yeah. See, look, I feel like they know more than they're letting the detective know. I feel like probably one of the policemen is probably suspicious. Maybe him, or maybe the chief. Alright, we don't know. Jump to conclusions. Seriously? Are you seriously jumping to conclusions, Lieutenant? What has it been? Barely an hour since the murder. Do you think there's enough data to form a conclusion? Mr. Will's account only forms a part of the complete picture, if it isn't enough. But what? What about the door, huh? How about it was locked in the inside? Explain that. I checked the door. It was locked itself from the inside when you pulled it closed. Regardless, if you pull it from the outside or push it from the inside. ... I'm not saying what happened. That's what happened. I'm just saying there is no conclusive evidence yet. Well, fine. Dig deep as like as you can do it. We won't find anything new here. I was perfectly capable of handling this case myself, but of course the head department had to complicate things. Yeah, more like you probably didn't want them to know. In any case, Sheriff Harris will probably want to wrap this case before the festival, so don't expect him to wait for more than a week. So we're saying I have a week to just solve this? I have to head to the station officer, escort Detective Anderson to his hotel. Will do, sir. So we're going to our hotel. We'll come back in the evening, search the house, letters, diaries, that sort, things of that sort. Alright. Well, what can we expect about the autopsy lab? Results. Day after tomorrow, according to the coroner, but I'll confirm and let you know. I'm guessing there are more than 2 bullets shot last night. She's taking a look around the kitchen to make sure. 3 bullets? But, we're actually glad that you're here, you know. Although the Sheriff Lieutenant Watts rather not admit it, even to themselves. This is like the first murder we had in the last 100 years or so. We have no idea how to deal with it. I mean, it's alright, I know what you mean. I just joined the force a month back, for instance. I'm already. I'm not sure I'm ready. I kind of knew them, you could say. I never known anyone else that's been murdered before, you know? It's kind of weird. A bit sad. I know as an officer, I'm not supposed to feel that way and all. You'll be fine. Give it time. Thanks, that means a lot. Oh, so we can end the dialogue. So tell me about Chris and Diane. What do you know about Chris and Diane? Well, not much. Mostly that Mr. Willis said earlier. Nobody knew them really. They came here, kept to themselves. You heard the stories about them. Everyone thought they were some kind of weirdos. I admit, I kind of agree with them. Sentiment? I agree with that sentiment too. I feel bad about that now. It's no reason to make assumptions about people's characters, and characters can't be used as evidence. So I'd really like to help figure out what's the real story, whatever it may be. What's this festival? The sheriff said about a festival in the town next week. What's that about? It's an annual thing. We have it every October. The fair is on the market street. There's food, rides. We get a lot of tourists from nearby states around that time. It's a good source of revenue for some of our smaller business here. That, of course, is less important than in light of the recent events. Good to hear you say that. Of course, we can't go around to wrap up cases based on our assumptions, whatever the situation may be. I mean, these were people's lives that ended, and it's our job to figure out what really happened. So I guess I'm not saying it is, but you can count on me during the investigation. Thanks. End dialogue. I'm hoping the local police will let me do my job. Let me do the job I'm sent to do, though. I don't mean you, detective. I know what you mean. Honestly speaking, Sheriff Harris is an asshole. I'm serious. He doesn't care about anything except running off home and taking it easy. This case has probably ruined his plans to relax and enjoy the festival week. I hate people like that. Lieutenant Watts, though, he's really sweet. I know he comes as a little obnoxious, but OMG. Oh! The fuck happened? I saw her. She was right there. Why am I seeing her? Why am I thinking of her? Of who? Alright guys, so Jesus Christ, my phone got me distracted. I'm sorry guys. Alright. So I was gonna leave the video here because this isn't, again, I don't know if you guys remember what I said. A lot of this isn't really, you know, it's just little snippets. It's not me trying to play the full entire game. If you guys want to play the full entire game, the links is down in the description down below. But it's very interesting. I might finish it. I have no idea if there's save points though. Hopefully this is a save point, because then if I come back to it and I can still continue where I left off, it'd be fucking amazing. That way I can finish it off for you guys. But anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, agents.